There's been many times and situations in my life that my back was against the wall. There's been many times in my life that I've faced situations, many troubles, many heartaches, pains, many situations, sickness that I've been through in my life. And I would come up against that wall, and I would come into that place where sickness or where trouble or where all sorts of things was going on in my life, and I would come up against the press. And Bishop, not knowing how or what I was going to do, and sometimes even would stay in that place for a long period of time, not knowing how to get by, not knowing what to do with the situation in my life, not knowing how to handle the things that I was going through. Yeah. And just as these men brought this one that was sick of the palsy, but it said when they could not come nigh unto him for the press. You see, that day that there was many. That's right. It said straightway many were gathered together, insomuch that there was no room to receive them, no, not so much as about the door. Yes. You see, there was a bunch of people there. Right. Just plain and simple, the place was packed out. Yes. So much as these men could not get this man sick of the palsy to the healer. They could not get him to the one that they knew that could take care of the sickness that was in his body. Yes. They could not get him past the throng of people that had gathered together looking to see Jesus, looking to just touch him. Yes. But that did not stop them. That's right. Some of you today are at the backside of the press in your life. And you can call it whatever you want to. I don't care whether it's drugs. I don't care whether it's sex. I don't care whether it's alcohol. I don't care whether it's a marriage problem, a family problem, a financial problem, stress, any kind of disorders in your life. I don't care. It doesn't matter what it is. But there's people I know that are in this place today, and you're at the backside of that press. And you know that the healer is on the other side. You know the deliverer is on the other side. Right. But still there's that press. Still there's that situation in your life that you're dealing with. That you're frustrated about, that you don't know what to do about, that you've cried about, that has got you wore out, that has got you beat down, that has got you so low to the ground that you don't know that you'll ever be able to get back up again. That's got you so stressed out that you don't know if you can go another day. But I'm here to tell you today that there's a healer on the other side of that press. I'm here to encourage somebody today that just as these men that carried this one sick with the palsy come up against the press in their life situation, I'm sure, Bishop, they didn't have cranes in them days, and I'm sure they didn't have a big lift truck that raised the bed up and slid it on over. I'm sure they didn't have a jackhammer or a pry bar to rip the roof off. Come on, somebody. You're looking at yourself today and you're saying, I don't know, I don't got the means to get out of this situation. I don't got the money to get out of this situation. I didn't come from the right side of town to get out of this situation. My mother and my father, they don't have the right name to get me out of this situation. Come on! But I'm telling you today that on the other side of that prison, you'll find some way. If you'll find some way, if you'll ask Jesus, Lord, help me. Help me, God, to get around this press in my life, because I know you're on the other side. If you would just show me how to get around, if you'll show me how to make my way. Don't give up this morning. Don't stand at the press today and stand there in despair and stand there in turmoil and stand there and agonize over it. But I'm telling you, you've got to go to the King of Kings, and you've got to go to the Lord of Lords this morning, and you've got to find some way to get beyond the press that's in your life. Just as these men took that bed and climbed to the top of the roof of that house. And I can just imagine how they were grabbing lumber and mud and with their bare hands and ripping it off. And saying, if we could just only get him, if we could only lower that bed right down there. Man, this is hard work. This is tough. This is W-O-R-K work. This guy's heavy. But man, if we can just get him. Come on, guys. Man, right here. If we can just get him right down in this hole right here. Let's make a hole right here. We can get him right to Jesus. Come on. Come on. If we can just, right here. Right here it is. You got people in your life that are telling you. You got a bishop over your soul right here that's telling you, hey, right here. If you'll just get right here. If you'll just get past that bad marriage, if you'll just get past that stress in your life, I'm telling you right here's a hole. Here, if you just get yourself right down here, come on, somebody. Come on. You got people in this church that care for your soul. You got people that are trying to lead you and trying to help you and trying to show you a way around the press that's in your life. But I'm telling you, you've got to listen. You've got to be obedient. You've got to submit yourself to the man of God. And I'm telling you, if you will do that, God will bless you. God will bring you out of that situation and keep you right. But you've got to get around the press and go beyond the press. I can remember a time in my life. I was just a young man starting up in the ministry. I had such desire, Bishop, in my heart to do the things of God. And while I was sitting under my old pastor, Bishop Suey, over in Illinois, that was the first apostolic church, first church like that I'd ever come into. I'd lived a life of drugs and alcohol and all kind of mess from the time I was 15 to the time I was 25. I ran and partied and done everything that a man can do in that realm. And I thank God that I had somebody that come and told me about the glorious truth of one God who could take care of all my problems, who could help me and heal me and bring me out of a lifestyle of drugs and alcohol and mess. And my life was on a fast track to ruins. Me and my wife had only been married about 6 months and we was on the verge of getting a divorce. The only reason that kept us from getting divorced was I didn't have money. I couldn't even buy a divorce.
Come on. Come on.
Thank the Lord. Sometimes you sit there and you're broke and you ain't got money to do this and you ain't got money to do that. You might want to thank God, because if you had a messed up blessing in your life, you might be on a fast road to the pit of hell. And God, if He's trying to save you until you get your mind right, until you get yourself under submission to a man of God where He can bless you. Man, sometimes that hurts. Sometimes that cuts to the bone. But I'm telling you, that's what he was talking about this morning, about love. When you can stand an open rebuke, when you can stand a man of God to stand up and begin to speak into your life and tell you, say, hey, you're doing some mess and you're doing some stuff wrong. You need to make a turnaround.